Okay, so here's your step up page. As soon as that loads, okay, and we always want to make sure when they first come on, this will be off. It'll be a red button. You want to click it and turn it on. Okay, and if you want to look at the projects that you're assigned to make donations to, so you know who they are, and you can reach them. This is you click on the View Projects, and you can see that a lot of these people are new and they're just coming on, so they're not getting their projects done. You really need to get them to do a project, and
Okay.
it is not important specifically that you get real detailed about it. You just need to set up a project, which is because everything changes with their project page. It's not fixed. In other words, some people start on one project and they say, oh, I don't like that. I'm going to change it. I'm going to do something different. Just
Okay.
come in and change your project page. And see, this is plenty right here. See what he did? He put a picture on there. You don't have to put your picture on there. You could put a picture of Mickey Mouse on there if you wanted to.
Okay.
You have a little bit written here, and you have something as a title. This is sufficient to get a project approved. That's,
Okay.
and you
All
want to
right.
talk about your project. You don't want to talk about you. Don't talk about all this kind of stuff about you. It's about your project. You want to talk about your project in a third person, like you're talking about somebody else's project. It's just picture yourself explaining somebody's project to somebody else, and that's kind of the viewpoint that you want to have.
Okay.
And well, look who that is. One of the projects you're going to be donating to. There you go. And then and Vodiac's Solarium itself is one of the projects you'll be donating to.
Yes.
And well, looky there. See, you know these people, right? I don't know if you know Backyard Bug
I
Out.
don't know James Turner, but I know Linda now.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Right. Awesome.
Then this is another one here. This is Don Wardle, USMC. And that's it.
Okay.
So those will be the ones that you'll be donating to over time. And then you just click out on the projects there, and you're back at the step up page. And then this is where you see the floors and the different steps that you're going to go through. And you're going to go through very quickly. But what I always like to do with everybody is walk them through their step up pattern. Now, this is going to change, but I want to make sure you understand that the primary receiver on the donation that you're going to make on the second floor on the first step of $20, 50% of that amount is going to go to the primary receiver every time. The secondary receiver will receive 25%. Now, if you can't remember who they are, all you have to do is click on their name, and it brings up their project, so you can see who they are. Okay? And you can communicate with them. This is one of the great things about this whole thing. So you just click proceed, okay, and you go on to the next one. Notice this one, pastel green, and this is solid green, and you just have to walk through it. So we'll go to the next one, and it should be the same on this floor. They'll all be the same.
Okay.
Now this changed right away. Look at that. See, Vodiac's was in there right there. But see this right here, where it says the original recipient, TJ Skin, is not qualified. What that means is that TJ Skin has not paid it forward yet. It's not made that donation on that step, so they can't receive any donations for that step.
Okay.
So what happened is that the system automatically goes to the next person in line to receive it. And on the secondary basis, that is Vodiac's. So you just go ahead and click through, and you go to the next floor, and you click through again. So now this is, see, now here we don't have that statement in there, but it's still the same people, right? But everybody in there that's receiving now is in the right spot. They are already qualified to receive. Now here it is again. Now Gene 888 was up here, right?
Right.
Now they're not. They're not qualified. So whenever you see this, that's all that's happening. It's just stepping up and going up to the next person in line.
Okay.
And this helps you understand who's receiving donations, who you're donating to. And when you bring people on below you, you'll be able to also walk through their pattern, and you'll be able to see who's donating to you. Now, one concept I want you to get down, and by the way, you'll want to do this fairly regularly when you're bringing people on and you're first starting, so that you're going to get comfortable with the idea of who's making donations to you and who isn't, because it kind of helps you understand what you need to do. If all the people that you bring on direct to you, if they're close to you in the tree, normally you won't receive any donations from them. You receive the $200 donation and that's it. They will be donating to the people above you.
Oh, okay.
Okay? But you will be receiving donations from all the people that they bring on below them. So you're going to want to help them get their people and get them on to start accelerating your donations.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now, later in time, if you're bringing somebody on personally, you might want to put them down below somebody that you've already brought on, because that will help them step up faster and it will help accelerate donations to you. Does that make sense to you?
Can you clarify a little bit more on that?
Yeah,
So
we'll do that in a minute. I'll come back to that, all right?
Okay.
Anyway, what you do is you just walk through these and you just kind of see who's going to be receiving donations. Now, this is all going to change because a lot of these people that it's saying they're not qualified, they're going to be qualified. So this is actually going to change.
Okay.
All right. Now, when you're satisfied, you've done enough of that, you don't want to do any more, all you do is come up here and click the cancel button and it all goes back to 0. It drops you out and you just click back into step up. And see, everything's just back to the way it was before we started.